So were there any points along the way? I mean, we worked on this course together for over a year, really, but were there any points along the way where you had a real moment of traction or insight about how it would be best to build these videos?
Yeah, well, you know, I had been working with Felice because I was involved almost 2 years ago,
Yeah.
just on a conceptual
Right,
level.
just talking about it.
We
Right.
started talking about this project. And maybe about last year or so, I finally had this breakthrough moment where I started realizing, as I was sort of assembling some pieces together, I started realizing there actually is a storyline. That was a huge discovery for me because I just hadn't thought about educational videos as having a storyline. But as soon as I started thinking about it in that way, every little tutorial segment has a beginning and a middle and an end. You know, there is movement there. There's
an arc.
There's an arc. Yeah, it starts in one place and it finishes in a different place. And I think that really helped us to refine the videos. And sometimes it would help me to sort of ask Felice a leading question. You know, if I wasn't sure what she wanted us to bring out in a video, it enabled us to say sort of, well, okay, let's back up. What's the moral of the story? What is the learning process of this story?
Right. What's the most important point, or what's the big challenge you're trying to overcome?
Right. What is the character growth here?
Right. Or the climax, you know, it's sort of like, you know, any good story, you know, the characters have to overcome some problem, and there's usually some kind of a climax, and, you know, if you can kind of mimic those elements of storytelling, then yeah.
So I think her case studies actually are a prime example of the week 6 case studies. Those are all little miniature stories she talks about, this was my challenge, this is what I tried, didn't work, and finally I figured out this way to solve it, and ta-da, it got on the cover of Science.
Right. I kind of like the fact that in those case studies, too, they're not all happy stories. I mean, you know, they usually have a happy ending, but there's a lot of failure in there, too, which is great, yeah.